All right, let's install this starter in a 2016 Mazda 3. First thing we got to do is we got to get this car up. So say you have a no start, there's a few things that you can do. I'm gonna pop my hood. What you're gonna do is you're gonna locate your starter. Again, you're looking at it like this. Here's your engine. Right down where your coolant reservoir is, your starter is actually down there. I know it's kind of hard to see. It's easier to see from below, but if it won't start, you have a few options, right? So what I do is I grab some pliers like this and I just bang on the starter. Now hopefully that gives you enough to actually start it once so that you can jack it up, put it on ramps. But at this point, if you really wanted to, you can just put a jack under and use jack stands. I like using ramps. That's up to you. But hopefully that'll make my car start at least once, and then I should be all good. All right, car's going. Just gotta put it up on ramps. All right, once you guys got your car up, what you want to do is you want to disconnect the negative terminal on your battery. I already did it. I'm in a rush, so just stay with me. But it's very easy. If you don't know how to do that, it's a 10 mil. Just take the negative battery cable off so you don't have to worry about your car starting. It's also a good idea to have your car in neutral just in case if the starter was ever to short out or something happens. Tighten that. Oh, Jesus. Where you messed up and you didn't take the negative terminal off and the starter actually engages, especially on these manual cars, the car will actually jump forward and crush you. So I also have jack stands just in case that happens. Always be safe. Chalk the back wheels. Let's get her going. Now on these Mazdas, it's actually pretty nice. The starter is right here. Now you may have a skid plate here, like a plastic skid guard. It's held in by like this. Anyways, I hit a snowbank a long time ago, and this thing has just been kind of destroyed. So I don't have the skid guard underneath, which is probably another reason why some of these parts are actually going to go bad. But right here, you have access to your starter. So this is it. It's very simple. It's very easy to have access to it. There's only one real hard bolt that you kind of have to get, and it's the other one on this side. So here's the mounting bracket that mounts it actually to the engine itself, to the flywheel, and there's another one on the back side. So what you first want to do is you want to take off this connection right here. So this is very simple. It's just a little push pin. Should be a little like push down here on this, and you should be able to just wiggle this out just like that. So as you guys can see there, so that's your first one. If you guys can see, there's these little two clips on the side. It's like this. It's like that, so you can see. I might pop the hood actually, so you guys have more light. There you go. Hopefully it'll show you. But as you guys can see right there, that's the next one. You just have these two clips on the side. And you just have these two clips, just push them, and then you have access to the next bolt. So this is like the positive terminal, I'm assuming, on the starter, but it's the same thing. It's a 13 mil. So as again, once you have it cracked, you should be able to just get your fingers in there and get it off. So once that bolt's off, pretty simple. You just pull this connection off as well. Again, I know it's hard for you guys to see up there, but you just kind of pull this off, jimmy rig it out of there. Should just pop right out. Again, this one's a little tighter, but it'll just pop off the starter just kind of like that there. If you guys seen that, well, it should be good just like that. 16 mil maybe. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that, but there's one here and there's one on the top that I can show you. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it back there. I really don't know if you guys can, but it's basically just on the other side. So if you look directly across, it would just be right there. All right, I was off by a couple millimeters. It is actually a 14 mil. So again, this one might be a little tighter. There we go. So there you go, it's just that 14 mil there. So if you kind of want to take another look at it, I know it's hard to see, guys. I know I should have a light or something like that, but it's actually shown from above as well. If you want to kind of get like an angle of where it could be, it's right down here. Now, again, I think it's easier to get at from the bottom, but at least you know kind of where you're going to be putting your hand is the only thing. All right, so what you want to do is you want to kind of come at this at a different angle. If you guys can see that, what I did, I know it's hard for you guys to see. I wish I had a tripod or something. But what you want to do is you want to take your 14 mil socket and you want to just put it and place it on top of the bolt. And the bolt is just, as you guys can see right back here. I don't know if I can get you guys up there. You guys can see it's way back up here in this annoying spot, which isn't great. But all you want to do is you want to put the socket on it. At least what I did is I put the socket on it, and then I got this little, like, I don't know, 3-inch extension, and then that gave me enough leverage to start twisting this off slowly, which is nice, I think. There we go. feels like it's broken, hopefully. So as you guys can see now, I do have it off. I got it loosened, so you should be able to just kind of take your fingers. Once you have it broke loose, you should be able to just start kind of pulling it off. Yeah, so once you loosen that bolt up there again, just kind of finger it off or whatever, no pun intended. But once that does, I kind of use two hands, like one to kind of pry up on this, but then once that happens, this thing should just kind of come out. So that's it. So what you can do is you can kind of compare the two to make sure they are the right type and all that stuff. It'd be kind of shitty if you didn't get the right type. But yeah, so, and this motor's probably still all right. It was just the starter solenoid was going bad. But what I like to do, I've changed my starter multiple times because I always go with the brand new cheap Chinese knockoffs.
Save your money for it, nigga.
So if you go to the Napa Auto Parts, they'll charge you $400 for a starter like this. This one cost me $63.79. This thing may, you know, not last as long or whatever, but hey, it doesn't matter. I don't mind changing this every so often, every 2 years or something like that for 63 bucks instead of 400 bucks. So call her a win. So there you go. You got your big hole there. You can see your flywheel inside there if you want to take a look. But yeah, to reinstall this, it's pretty simple. You just do it backwards the other way. Oh, just get your hands in here, like you said, and just kind of plop her back in there to make sure that you can see that she works and everything. That's basically what it's going to be there. So I'm going to start the bottom one, and then you can work on the other one. I think I did already get started though with my fingers, which is good. And you want to do as much with your fingers as you can. Work on those muscles. There we go. Let me tighten this one down here. Yeah, I guess you never really would need to take this off. You technically just have to put the positive back on this, I think, right? I'm guessing, yeah, so that was wrong. Now what you can do is you can put a little dielectric grease on these while you're putting it on. So you can do that if you would like to. Then you just want to kind of jimmy this back on over top, just like that. Then you can lock it back down with the lock washer and the nut that came with it. Again, you could just finger tighten it as much as you can before you get the socket on. Just like that. Make sure you put, like I said, a little dielectric grease. So it cuts down on the old corrosion. There you go. You just button that back up like that, and then you can just put this relay back on top like this. Now this thing looks a little bent though from shipping, so I'm gonna bend that back just a little bit. Make sure you don't do that too much. I'm gonna clean this connection right here just with a little bit of it's like electrical connection cleaner shit. Make sure everything's tight, connections are good, and you can go try to start your car. New starter. Now before you unjack your car and everything, make sure it starts. Make sure you have your keys with you. Should light up green. And your car should just start like that, which is perfect. So that right there is how you change your old starter with your new starter. It's that easy.